loves, welcome to my channel, welcome to another vlog. I thought we could spend a nice cozy day together. I am in need of a nice cozy kind of chilled day at home. Last week, oh my god, it was so hot, it was my hell on earth. I hated every single moment of the warm weather. I loved obviously my mum and dad being at home, for the entire week. But other than that, I just didn't like last week at all. And the only day I quite enjoyed was Friday, Saturday and Sunday. When it was starting to get a bit cooler. And yeah, but oh my god, Monday last week was so hot. I don't even know why I decided to film, because you guys were overheating all the time and shutting off, and decided to film on the Monday. It was just so much hard work, and yeah, but yeah, so glad that the cooler weather, Britain's normal temperatures have resumed. I am so ready for a rainy week. I have missed the rain. I don't know if you can tell, but it is currently raining today, and I'm just so happy. But yeah, as I said, I thought we could spend a nice cozy day together. Plans for today are just going to have a nice chilled kind of day at home. We'll probably have to spend maybe an hour doing something productive, because I can't have like a lazy day without having and not do anything. I have to do something. So we'll probably get on with a bit of computer work maybe later this afternoon. But other than that, we're just gonna have a really nice, cozy, kind of day at home. Not gonna lie, I might pretend it is autumn already. The weather this morning is giving autumn. Not gonna lie, it's chilly. It's not chilly. It's not cold. It was cold, but it's not freezing. But it's definitely like kind of like the weather's kind of giving autumn. Not gonna lie, this week I have been seeing a lot of autumn content already, like on TikTok and Instagram. Yeah, okay, I do follow like accounts that post autumn content, Christmas content like throughout the year. So a lot, yes, my feed is like, I would say 50% is autumn, and then the rest is like a bit of a mixture of British content and country style living and countryside living and home decor and decorating for Christmas and Adele and the royal family and like all it, and things like that. That's pretty much my content. Taking Max apparently have already started getting their autumn decor out, which I'm just so excited. I'm planning on going next week into town to start getting a couple of bits for Father's Day. My sister and I are doing with our dad, a hamper. So we've got a gift bag which we're going to use instead of instead of putting it all in like in a basket or in a box. So we're going to put it in, I think, in a gift bag, but we're going to wrap everything up as well. So each item, he's not going to open up the bag and it would just be, oh, there's all my stuff, and then bring one out at a time and show it to us. We're actually going to wrap the items up so there's a bit more, enjoyment, and it takes a little bit longer to get through his gifts. So yeah, I'm going to on Monday, I'm going to pop over into town. I need to get him a card. That's my main thing, because I want to make sure I get at least the card bits, because the majority of the stuff we could order online anyway. But I still want to go out and actually have a look and maybe buy a couple of bits and browse down the autumn content, which I'm just so excited. Now I'm hoping it's not Halloween. Obviously, like, Summerween is a big massive thing. It's from a TV show called Gravity Falls, I think it's called. It's like a cartoon. I think it's the same company that did Simpsons, to be honest. So in there they do, I think there's an episode where they do Summerween, or I think the town likes to celebrate Halloween in the summer as well. Like, I think it's like a I don't know. I haven't really watched the TV show. So if anyone has watched the TV show, I would love to know where it actually came from and why. It. But pretty much what's happened, it has just become a bit of a thing on like TikTok and stuff. And then recently, stores have started to do submarine. Asda in the UK has started to do it. I think they must have been one of like the first like stores to do submarine. So I don't know if TK Maxx all of their collection is submarine collection or if it's actually like autumn decor. So I'm hoping we can go there soon. I will probably take you along, and I'm probably post a couple of bits on my Instagram and on TikTok. I don't know if I'll vlog that day, but we'll definitely get a couple of bits for TikTok and Instagram. But yeah, so today I'm going to get a sip of my drink. Autumn! Yes, on Friday, so last week my mum and dad had the whole week off, and the plan was actually for us to do a couple of day trips, but it was just too hot, and one of the days we were going to go shopping. We planned to go shopping, spend a bit of our birthday money that we got, as it's also just recently just been my sister's birthday, so it was like everyone's birthday in the family has now done. Everyone got birthday money. We've got gift cards to spend, and everything. So we decided that last week we would go shopping, but because it was so hot, we wanted to wait. We weren't too sure if it's going to cool down yet, and we didn't really want to go out shopping if it was like boiling hot. We obviously it's not fun going shopping when it's hot. So we decided, because Friday would have been a cooler day, plus we didn't want to be, inside. We wanted to obviously spend as much time outside. Well, I spent a lot of time indoors because no, it was just too way hot for way too hot. I was just trying to find cool bits in the house in the shade. All of last week, but Friday we decided to go shopping, and so these are this is one of my current t-shirts, which I got from Primark. I get all my t-shirts from Primark, and I've had this for, I want to say, 2 years now, and it started to get holes in it. These are starting to get quite thin. These are quite like stiff still, which is quite nice. I haven't worn them yet, so I've got 2 of these, and then I then also picked up a pair of jeans from H&M in this like light blue colour. These are relaxed fitted jeans. These were £34.99, so almost £35. These are in a size 28 waist and length 32. And yeah, so I purchased these. These are, instead of a zip, these have actually got like buttons on, which I've never really had. I've always had trousers with zips, but I just saw them and I was just like, I need another pair of jeans anyway. All of the light blue pair of jeans that I've got these are my only like light blue kind of pair, and these are from ASOS, and I wear them all the time. And like if I was to go out for like a meal or something, and I wanted to wear jeans, I've obviously got my brown pair of jeans. I've got some skinnies which I don't really wear now because they're just like too tight and not really like me anymore. And then I've also got like a really baggy pair which I don't really wear because they're just too baggy. I will wear them, but they're more for like at home, and just maybe doing a couple of bits, maybe. Guys, I have just got myself ready for the day. I just wanted to do a little bit of an outfit of the day. So I am wearing this light blue sweatshirt which is from H&M. I've got a couple of these. I love their sweatshirts from H&M. I've got a beige one, which is kind of a similar like size, like really like kind of loose and baggy. Not that loose, but nor baggy, but it's quite baggy and loose, which I just love. Um, and I've also got a greige one, which fits me slightly better. It's a bit more fitted to my body, which I just again like I love. But depending on like the day, sometimes I just really want a nice, loose fitting jumper, especially also when I want a nice cozy day at home. If you get what I'm saying, I quite like pairing this light blue jumper recently with these linen trousers, which are from Primark. I love like the neutrals with the light blue. It's not gonna lie, I think it's giving like Nancy Myers aesthetic, which I'm all here for. On these jeans, my favourite jeans from ASOS. I was going to wear these, but I thought I'll save these when we go out, like if we're going out to run, even to run a couple of errands. So yeah, I'm going to put these into my wardrobe. What I'm going to now do is I'm going to re-hang out the washing. So I hung it out this morning, and then it just started to tip. It's just started to rain. So I'm going to hang that out again because it's now starting to brighten up a little bit. Well, I'm going to put all the big items out and then I'm going to put all the other little items on the horse. I'm going to... Okay guys, I am just about to make a bit of lunch. I've been up to Granddad's house and then on the way home I popped over to the co-op to pick up some tortilla wraps. I was just like, what do I want for lunch? I don't really fancy a sandwich and we don't really even have bread in the house anyway, so I would have had to go up to co-op anyway. I don't fancy crackers, because I had that yesterday, and I was just like, do you know what, I'm just going to get some tortilla wraps. We've got some roast pork loin in the fridge, got some cucumber, we do have some baby, what's it called, baby leaf salads, which does look a bit sweaty in some corners, but I might check it out, and have that. And I also got some sweet chili sauce, and I just thought it would just make a cracking like wrap. I love this sweet chili sauce. It's from Aldi's. It's the sweet chili sauce Asian specialties from Aldi, and I just love that one. This one, and yeah, I was going to pop on an episode of Downton Abbey, but I've just decided. Do you know what? Because it's quite late now. It's getting on to 1 o'clock. And I haven't really done anything else other than go up to Grandad's house and do a couple of bits in the kitchen and in the bedroom. I haven't really done anything else. Kind of afternoon. And then what we will do is later this evening we'll have a shower and have a bit of a skincare evening, do a bit of a face mask and watch an episode of Downton Abbey. I've been loving watching Downton Abbey recently. I've always wanted to watch Downton Abbey. I'm very much a period drama, especially if it's British period drama. Like I love a British period drama. I am going to be watching this summer, once I've watched Downton Abbey, I'm going to be watching Bridgerton. I haven't watched Bridgerton yet. Queen Charlotte. I just love a British period drama. I also quite like a high school romance. Well, my sister and I are watching actually Summer I Turned Pretty. We haven't watched it yet. Well, actually, that's a lie. I did watch the first episode of season 1 when it first came out. Like maybe I would say I think all of the seasons had came like all of the episodes of season 1 I think had already came out. I'm pretty sure. And I was just watching it, and I watched 2, and I was just like, this isn't really my cup of tea, I don't think. And I wasn't too sure about it. And then obviously everyone was hyped about it last summer, because season 3 was coming out. Lots of people were talking about it. Everyone who I was watching was talking about it, and I was just like, do you know what, I'm going to give it a try. but I never got around to watching it in the summer. And Charlie wanted to watch it, so we decided we're actually going to watch it this year, and we've been loving it. Definitely is going to be our comfort summer TV show. Like for me, Gilmore Girls is my autumn comfort TV show. I would say this Summertime Pretty is definitely like my summer one. It's something that that's going to help me get me through the summer and everything. And yeah, so I like those. So I like a high school romance. I love a romance. Not gonna lie, I'm very much a romance kind of person. I'm not a like. I'm not. I don't think Stranger Things is for me. Like, you know, if somebody wanted to watch it and asked, would you want to watch it with me? Yeah, I'll watch it with you. But it's not my cup of tea. Oh, actually, should we add a bit of cheese in it? Might get a bit. If you get what I'm saying, it's not that kind of TV show isn't for me. And same with like Wednesday, that isn't for me. I don't think. And yeah, so Wednesday for me isn't for me. It's just not my cup of tea. It's just it doesn't look like my cup of tea. I'm wanting to watch one day. It's on Netflix. I was watching an older vlog of somebody who I watch on YouTube, Gemma. Louise Miles, and she mentioned, I think it was one day, and she loved it. She was sobbing and things like that. But yeah, very much like a bit of a British period drama. I don't mind like an American drama series or anything like that, but I'm very much like a British one. Like, not gonna lie, a British romance. Or a mystery, like a murder mystery police crime TV. And then I'm gonna eat my lunch, tidy up, and then I'm going to make mum's lunch, spend a couple of minutes, an hour or two on my computer, and yeah. Okay, so on Sunday I did a massive deep clean where I took off every single thing on my shelves, on my side tables, that kind of thing. Took everything off, gave everything a big old clean, and pulled my bed out, pulled my desk out, and gone behind those bits of furniture which you don't normally clean, because they're normally like either out of reach or they're just not visible. So I did that on Sunday, which I just felt really, really good. I popped on a movie. I watched, what did I watch? Family Stone. I watched Family Stone, and then I watched, what did I else watch? Family Stone, which was just amazing. I didn't realise it was based during Christmas time. I wouldn't class it as a Christmas movie, but it was based, it was like Christmas. And then what else did I watch? What's else? I can't think of what else I watched. It was something similar. Vibe. Yeah, and I just popped that on in the background, and then just gave my room a big, massive, deep clean. And then when I was putting things back and starting to style my shelving and like things like that, I dropped some things around, and I kind of want to go through it with you, and like I want to kind of give you a bit of a bedroom update and everything. So if you don't know, I want to kind of make my bedroom. I would want to decorate my first home. So if I was to buy a home today or tomorrow, and I got the keys, this is how I would want to probably decorate like my living room, my hallway, just the home in itself, and kind of make my bedroom less teenagey and more adulty, if that makes sense. I'm gonna be so what I'm kind of like leaning more towards is like the Nancy Myers aesthetic, because obviously I am a neutral kind of person. I'm very a neutral girly. Browns, creams, beige, whites. You know, I love those colours. I love the home decor. I love people's homes. I love and yeah. So I want to in my own bedroom, kind of in the way like as I said, like how I would decorate my own home, and kind of make it a bit more like me. If that makes sense. Now, obviously, Nancy Myers' aesthetic is with like in my mind. So in terms of the colours, it's like neutral colours, but with the blue and white. Um, so that is like blue and white pottery. That could be stripy blues, or just even a basic blue, like something like I would say this colour is very like Nancy Myers. And I when I first started doing like my turning my bedroom into like more of an adulty bedroom, obviously it was at the time just going to be full on beige and full on. But then but then I started getting into cream, and then I started loving brown. I have a bit of an obsession with brown at the moment. Um, and then I was swiping through Pinterest the other week, the other like, well not the other week, it was like more than like a couple of months ago, and I came across the Nancy Myers like aesthetic. Obviously, also Nancy Myers aesthetic has been. Um, I'm not trying to follow the trend. I'm trying to obviously do it in my own way. But personally, for me, I love collecting things. I love I don't like minimalist. I can't. I don't know how you can be a minimalist. I like stuff. I'm so sorry, but I love stuff. Now, if you come to my bedroom, or even my future home, you can tell that I love holding on to stuff. I have got under my bed. I have got Christmas decorations, um, in a big massive box. Half of them were obviously from last year's, and the ones that I use all year round, ones that I use all year, ones that I use every year. But then there's also bits that I haven't been using for like the last like 2-3 years that I've kept. And if you go in my wardrobe, there's a whole like more stuff in there, and yeah, which I've obviously kept hold of. And then if you go up in the loft, I've got like 2-3 memory boxes, and I just can't get rid of stuff. Okay, I can't get rid of stuff. Um, and because I'm also, as I said, I like neutral interiors. I love the cozy neutrals, the beiges, the creams, the browns. It kind of started, you know, that kind of started coming together, and yeah, we will obviously be doing it my way, the Nancy Myers aesthetic my way. Um, Obviously, we are going to be having to work with what I've got at the moment. So, in this bedroom transformation, I will show you what my plans are, and everything. Um, we aren't going to be changing the walls because I can't be bothered to paint them, and I wish now I painted them a neutral colour rather than grey. Okay, so I've popped my lamp here rather than on my small little bookshelves. Not gonna lie, I do wish it was a bit more of a neutral lamp, but it'll have to do for now. And then I've just popped this like fake coffee table book which I've got from Temu. And then the plan is actually to get something to go here. I'm not too sure like if it's going to be like a candle or something, or maybe we can get a nice print to go here, and then like a little family photo here or something. And then again, I'm not too sure what I'm going to put like here. And then I've just so if you watch my vlogs, you would know that I had this bus picture. Well, I've put that down. Well, I've moved it down to the bottom shelf, and I've just done this for now. This isn't going to stay the same. I'm not too sure what I'm going to do with this shelf, but I might get a couple of photo frames and do like a couple of couple of family photos, or something, or maybe like some prints, and then maybe a family photo. And yeah, I do really want to maybe get a photo frame for this picture, of me, and maybe have it up on here just to give it, a bit more of give it an actual home rather than not just sat on my desk frame on this side, and then have a real plant in a potted cotta. I can't say that pot, that you can get, and have it like there. That makes sense. A nice, like, maybe an ivy or just some kind of like greenery plant. With like a little tray and everything. I was gonna have it on this side, but I'm worried if I'm gonna water my plants, it's gonna like I'm gonna spill water onto my little extension lead down there. So yeah, I thought if it's on this side, it'd be safer, a little bit. What I've done for now, and I bought this from Temu, this little photo frame, which I want to get another one, or get a couple of them actually. I've just popped the rest of these Secret 7 books in between these, and then with these 4 books here. I don't know, and then this shelf, I'm going to probably want to keep it as for CDs. So yeah. But yeah, this is where my lamp used to be, and I loved my lamp there, but I don't know, having it over here just gives it so much more coziness, in an evening. But yeah, and then, so this is where my projector comes on. So my plan is actually to put my projector at some stage up on the wall. So I need to keep this like wall space clear for my projector. Now my plan was, now the only thing I've added, is these olive branches. Now I'm going back and forwards on a couple of things. I don't know if I want to add a couple, maybe 1 or 2 prints, on this wall here. Maybe like, maybe about this side, like here. But I don't know if I want like one there and then one there, or do I want, to use this print, which is, literally the lyrics of When We Were Young by Adele, which I got for my birthday, like to have it here. I don't know. Do I want to go for a gold frame? I've got a couple of gold frames which I had, some of the awards in, which I've packed away now because I don't want my awards to get damaged. So I've got some of the, I've got this gold frame. Now it is starting to go a bit like the gold starting to come off and stuff, and go a bit like horrible. But I quite like the kind of like the fact that it's starting to go like that. Or do I have it like that on there, or that way as like one big print? Like I'm still like kind of deciding. I do want to get a couple of. I do want a lot of gold in my bedroom, to break up obviously the neutrals, a little bit. I just don't know. Do I have that? Maybe with like a blue and white. Maybe then we can have the blue and white printing, or do I want like a? Yeah, I'm still deciding, and then I'm also kind of like deciding if I, get rid of these hooks, because my set drawers and the ones that I want, to get, which is like kind of like slightly, slimmer, will be too big to hang anything above these hooks. Now I do have this, turtle dove which I got for Christmas. My sister's got another one. Not this Christmas, last Christmas. 2024's Christmas, which I just absolutely love. And then on this hook really is the only hook that I. Hello. Okay. Bye. This hook is the only really the hook that I can actually hang anything. Obviously, if there's anything that is small, I can hang the stuff. But I'm thinking to have a hook in my wardrobe anyway. And I don't really hang things on hooks anymore. Like my coat. My coat lives downstairs. Like all my major, like my raincoat lives downstairs. My body warmer and all my other little coats live in my wardrobe. So I don't really need a hook. And do I go for a shelving? I just don't know. Like going back and forwards. I might get like a nice little small print. Maybe like this headboard, and then so these cushions I am going to swap out just for some some more plain neutral cushions, and then I think it maybe to bring in a lot more, to bring in a couple of to bring in a bit of more brown, um, these brown, and then I might have a neutral beige like long one, or maybe like a cream one or something, just to give some more. And then I do want to get some like more duvet sets. I want to get like a cream one, a basic like white one, and a beige and a brown. And then these cushions I actually thought could go on my desk chair, which I do want to upgrade at some point. And then um, the other one I do want to get, where you're sitting, I do want to get a little like chair, because I just think it would be so nice like in an evening to sit there with my cup of tea and read my book, or like a rainy Sunday late afternoon, got a cup of tea, it's rainy, and I'm just sat there with my cup of tea in my chair reading my book, like yeah. And I just thought the other one would go nicely in there. So yeah, that is kind of like my room, plans for my room, and any updates that I've done so far. And yeah, I'm gonna get a couple more bits for the shelving, and then we can start to style them, which is just exciting. I'm hoping to get it all kind of like done by the end of the year. But yeah. Good evening. I have just had dinner. I've also had a shower. I was eating my dinner. I was just like, do you know what? I'm ready to having a shower. I was debating if I was going to have a shower this evening, earlier, or do I just wait until tomorrow morning? And I was going to have one this morning, but again, it's just like, oh, do I have one now, or do I have one like this evening? And I was like, we can have one this evening, have a nice cozy evening with it, get into bed with a face mask, with a cup of tea, watch an episode of Downton Abbey. And then as day was getting on, I was just like, it was getting later and later. Because like I'm one of those people that like to have a shower before dinner. I don't know. Personally, it just saves so much more time. It's I take so long in the shower. It's sometimes like just really, it's just easier just to get in and have it before dinner, and then when you have dinner, you can just um, get into bed and make yourself a cup of tea, get into bed and pop on a TV show, rather than having a shower, having dinner,
have a shower, and then pop on something cold. But yeah, I'm in bed. I've got myself a cup of tea. I've put on fresh pajamas. I'm just been trying for the last 10 minutes trying to load Downton Abbey. I'm just about to watch. Hopefully, I'll be watching season 2, episode 2. My brain, I put it on the first time because it keeps crashing. Disney Plus keeps crashing for some reason. I don't know why. I haven't done it for a while, and it's been updated and stuff like. I've and Are we sure we're on episode 2? I thought we were on episode 2, episode 3. Anyone else is like brain just goes. I'm sure. Are you sure this is the correct episode? That song. It's just like the. I don't know how to do it, but I just love it. And every time I listen to it, I'm like. But anyway, I've got. Anyway, so I'm gonna watch now Downton Abbey. I'm gonna get into bed and I'm gonna end the vlog here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next vlog. Bye, my loves.